Module 1 talks about assessment. What is assessment? It is the systematic basis for making inferences about the learning and development of students. It is the process of defining, selecting, designing, collecting, analyzing, interpreting, and using information to increase students' learning and development. Traditional assessments. These are tests taken with paper and pencil that are usually true or false, matching or multiple choice. These assignments are easy to grade, but only test isolated application, facts, or memorized data at lower level thinking skills. Alternative assessments. These are typically classified as formative assessments, as these assessments are typically in-process evaluations of students' understanding, learning needs, and academic progress. Authentic assessment. It is the measurement of intellectual accomplishments that are worthwhile, significant, and meaningful as contrasted with multiple choice tests. It can be devised by the teacher or in collaboration with the student by engaging student voice. Portfolio assessments. These are not a type of assessment, but rather a compilation of student work. It asks students or teachers to collect work products that show growth over a specific period of time. Other alternative strategies of assessing learning are assessment of non-cognitive learning outcomes through performance rubrics. What is performance rubrics? It is a scoring guide used to evaluate performance, a product, or a project. It has three parts. First, performance criteria. Second, rating scale. And third is indicators. For you and your students, the rubric defines what is expected and will be assessed. The different models of alternative assessments are emergent assessment, developmental assessment, and authentic assessment. What is emergent assessment? It measures of learning that are designed through observation and analysis of learners' activity as opposed to an assessment for which correct responses or behaviors have been predetermined. How about developmental assessment? It is the process of mapping a child's performance compared with children of similar age. How about authentic assessment? It refers to the use of assessment strategies or tools that allow learners to perform or create a product that is meaningful to the learners as they are best described in context. And that would be all for Module 1. Module 2 and 3 talk about Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives. What is educational objectives? These are statements that clearly describe what the learner will know or be able to do as a result of having attended an educational program or activity. It must be observable and measurable. Bloom's taxonomy consists of three domains: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. These three domains correspond to the three types of goals that teachers want to assess: knowledge-based, skill-based, and affective goals. We have 5 levels of taxonomy of educational objectives in affective domain. First, receiving. Second, responding. Third, valuing. Fourth, organization. And the last one is internalizing values. What is receiving? It is the awareness or passive attention to a phenomenon or stimulus. Responding. It is an active attention and response to a particular phenomenon or stimulus. Valuing is attaching value or worth to a phenomenon or object. Organization is organizing values into priorities by comparing, relating, and synthesizing specific values. Internalizing values. It is having a personal value system that is how a characteristic of the learner. We have 7 levels of taxonomy of educational objectives in the psychomotor domain. First, perception. Second, set. Third, guided response. Fourth, mechanism. Fifth, complex overt response. Sixth, adaptation, and the last one is organization. Learning target is also included in the module 2 and 3. It is defined as a statement on what students are supposed to learn and what they can do of instruction. It is more specific compared with educational goals, standards, and objectives, and lend themselves to more specific instructional and assessment activities. The most common typology of learning target are knowledge, reasoning, skill, product, and affect or disposition. There are three types of learning targets that can be assessed using alternative assessment. These are skills, products, and affects. And that would be all for the module 2 and 3. Thank you.